hair looks like a rat's nest. So I'm gonna try to brush it, but I don't think that's gonna help, so sorry about it. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming an unpopular opinions video. I've seen a lot of people do these, so I thought I would share my unpopular opinions. This is just a disclaimer for this video because I know some of these can be very controversial. I just want to say that these are my opinions, these are not facts, this is just how I feel, and you don't have to feel this way. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so I have all of the unpopular opinions on my phone. I'm just gonna read them off and talk about them. So, my first unpopular opinion is that it's harder to watch animals die in a movie than people. So, for me, if I'm watching like The Dog's Purpose, I cried so hard during that movie. The whole freaking movie, I was crying. But if I watch a movie where like a person cries, like in Up, I didn't cry during that. I know I'm like a crazy person, but I didn't cry at all during Up. I thought it was a good movie, so that's just how I am. I don't know. There's always movies where like a person dies and everyone in the theater is crying. I'm just sitting there like I just don't cry during them. And I'm probably a psychopath, but you know, it's fine. My next unpopular opinion is probably going to rattle some people, but it is that designer brands don't really matter as long as you still have cute clothes. So I have these shoes. Now you probably think that these are Doc Martens. They're not. They're still so cute and I wear them all the time and get a lot of compliments on them. So I don't know, I just feel like these are still cute and they were less money. So like, why would it, and they look the same. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the designer brands don't matter as much as long as you're still wearing cute stuff. My next unpopular opinion is that salads are disgusting. I know that a bunch of people are going to disagree with me on this one. Actually, everyone's probably going to disagree with me on this one. But I think that salads are disgusting. All my friends love them, but I haven't liked them for like my whole life. I've never liked them. And I don't think I ever will like them. They're gross to me, and it's just the texture of like the lettuce, like I can't even talk about it. It's just disgusting. My next unpopular opinion, and this one is kind of like
all my girls out there, and they're probably gonna think that I'm crazy, but
in my opinion, Urban Outfitters and Brandy Melville is way too much money for the clothes you're getting. And what I mean by this is, so like, let's say you're going to Brandy Melville. You're probably getting one of those t-shirts or like the tank tops that has a butterfly on it. When you go to Brandy Melville, you're getting really basic clothes, like simple colored t-shirts, maybe like a little design, but it's not that crazy, and you're still paying like $30 for it. Or like the sweatpants are like $40 and they're just black sweatpants. Like, I don't know, it's just outrageous, some of those prices. And Urban Outfitters is kind of the same too. No, I just don't buy from that, where you can get like a dupe on like Shein or something. My next unpopular opinion is that Chipotle is better than Moe's, but Willie's is better than all. Now Willie's is like Chipotle and Moe's. It's pretty much the same thing, but to me it tastes better than Chipotle and Moe's, and then Chipotle tastes better than Moe's to me. I don't know. I don't know if Willie's is anywhere else in the world or in the country except for where I live. There's like one really close to me. In my opinion, Willie's is so good, and the other places, like Moe's, is just not as good to me. It just doesn't taste as good. And I know a lot of people like love Moe's or they love Chipotle, but to me, Willie's is just 100 times better. Another unpopular opinion is that ginger ale and Pepsi are gross. Now, in the South, saying that Pepsi is gross is not that unpopular because everybody loves Coke here. But saying ginger ale is disgusting is pretty unpopular. And the taste of ginger ale and Pepsi is just weird. Like, I'm not a big soda drinker to begin with, but if I'm having a soda, I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and be like,
hi,
can I have the ginger ale? Or like, can I have the Pepsi? Like,
no, why would you get that when there's so many other good sodas on the menu? You can get sweet tea, lemonade, but you're gonna get ginger ale or Pepsi? It just doesn't make sense to me. So my next unpopular opinion, some people may not know if you don't watch the same YouTubers as me, but I really have been watching for a while Emma Chamberlain, Hannah Belosh, and Ellie Thuman, and they used to be a group together called the Gerties, and people are like, oh my gosh, the Gerties need to reunite, and in my opinion, they don't. I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. If they want to get back together. I totally understand that. They're all three really good YouTubers, but in my opinion, Hannah and Ellie, they're still friends. And they have like the same type of vibe. Their channels are very much the same, produce a lot of the same content. But to me, Emma has just gone very far off from what she used to do. And she used to do the kind of like quirky, I guess. I hate that word, but she used to have that type of channel. And now she doesn't really do that. And I think she does different videos from them. Reunited, I feel like it wouldn't be the same. I feel like it wouldn't be as good. And they've just changed a little bit, so I feel like they shouldn't be that. The 8th unpopular opinion. I've actually shared this a lot, and people think I'm a psychopath for this, but in my opinion, science is the best subject. I know a lot of people don't like science, and I'm sure if there's a high schooler watching, they're looking at me like I'm crazy, and I don't know how high school science is. I don't know if I'd like it or not, because obviously I'm not in high school yet, so I don't want to judge high school science. But where I am now in my schooling, I think that science is so fun. Like, everybody in my grade doesn't really like science. They like the teacher, of course, but they don't really like the subject as a whole. A lot of people aren't doing as good at it, but I really like science and I'm actually decent at it. Next unpopular opinion, only people who go to private school are gonna understand this. Going to private school does not make you rich. Every time I tell someone I go to private school, they're like,
Oh my gosh, like you're so rich.
no, I'm not. But number one, my mom works at my school, so like, you know, it's just easier for us. We're not rich because we go to private school. And to private school makes us not rich because it takes all of our money. Like, my next unpopular opinion is for all the Disney fans out there. In my opinion, Moana is better than Frozen. And a bunch of people are like, no, Frozen 2 is amazing. First of all, I haven't seen Frozen 2. Whoa, like, sorry, I haven't seen it, and I don't plan to see it. Like, I'm not like wanting to see it. If I see it, great. If I don't really care that much. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. This next, all like the bandwagons out there are gonna hate me after this, but sorry about it. Okay. In my opinion, Bad Guy by Billie Eilish isn't that good. Okay, it was good at first, and then the radio started playing it and playing it and playing it and playing it, and it got way too annoying, and every radio station was playing it, and it didn't make it good anymore. It wasn't like one of those songs that like, ooh, like Bad Guy's coming on, like yes. It was like, oh, Bad Guy's coming on again, like shocker. So that's why I liked it at first, and then it got overplayed. More of Billie Eilish's songs are so much better, and they don't play them on the radio. I'm a fan of Billie Eilish. I love her, but like, I feel like Bad Guy was just played way too much. Okay, I only have a few left, but my next unpopular opinion is for more people who do like theater, acting, or singing, or whatever. I've done musical theater for a super long time. I'm not doing it this year, which I can talk about that in a different video if you want me to. Comment down below if you want me to. I'm up for it, but I don't feel like it's that important for this video. But in my opinion, for me, acting is harder than singing and dancing. And I feel like only for me, because just pretending you're somebody you're not is really hard for me to do, and just being not myself is like really hard for me. But for me, I've been singing for a while, and I've been dancing for a long time. Like, I've obviously taken breaks and done like gymnastics and other sports, but I've been dancing for a really long time. I started dancing when I was super young. I did like the ballet classes every single little girl did, but I still do dance to this day, and I've been dancing for a while. So for me, it just came easy. When like we're learning choreography and acting, it's super easy for me. And the singing, it's just like, it's not as hard as acting, but for me, acting I struggle with it so much. I'm gonna keep acting and keep working on it, even though I'm not taking the musical theater class at school. But yeah, it's just super challenging for me. My next one, I'm gonna get so much hate for this one. But in my opinion, Shane Dawson is overrated. And in my opinion, I just don't like Shane Dawson that much. A lot of stuff he's done in the past, I don't really agree with. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. But his videos are not like the Jake Paul series, in my opinion. He did this super long series and had so many like great topics at the beginning of the series, and then once I watched for like a really long, like that series was long, okay? I watched it all. Once I watched that whole series to figure out these crazy questions that he had for Jake Paul, when he got to the end of it, none of the questions were answered. And I was like, what about, like, he never answered, like, was he a sociopath or not? There was a lot of questions that he didn't answer. That was, like, the main one. And by the end of the series, we didn't even know. So I was like, okay, well, I wasted multiple hours of my life on that. Like, sorry, but I just don't, I feel like he's overrated, and I'm not a big fan of Shane Dawson. Okay, this next opinion, I know I'm gonna get hate for it, and I'm gonna get hate at my school for it. And when I go to school, everyone's gonna hate me. But in my opinion, tennis and golf are boring. Oh my gosh, I literally don't want to say this because so many of my friends do tennis, and I'm sorry, but to me, I like sports where you can cheer, you can yell, you can act crazy, have a big like stands or whatever. But to me, in tennis and golf, I heard that in one golf tournament, it's like this big golf tournament, I don't know what it's called, comment down below, inform me please. But apparently you can't even have your phone on. What? Like, I'm sorry, but golf is so boring to me. You literally just, I don't know, it doesn't really, I don't understand how people like go for like a whole day and watch that. And tennis for me is just so quiet. I'm like, where's like the cheering? I need a sport where like a bunch of people are cheering, there's a big stadium, and people just don't do that in tennis and golf. I don't know, I just personally don't really like those sports. If you like those sports, you do you, play those sports and rock them. But for me, I just don't really like them that much. The last unpopular opinion is that Ariana Grande's music is amazing. A lot of people say, oh, she's only screaming in her songs, or like her voice is annoying, but I really like her music. All her songs are really good, and I listen to all of them on repeat, so yeah. Okay, so that was this video. Sorry if it was a little long, but I had a lot of unpopular opinions. If y'all want me to do another one of these videos, comment down below and I totally will. I'm not sure when this video is going up because my computer is currently being fixed, and I don't know when I'm getting it back. I'm supposed to get it back on Thursday, and that's the day that I typically upload. So I will try to get this up on Thursday. If not Thursday, it will be up Friday. So I'm so sorry for the delay. But if you liked this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Bye, babes.